Alrighty, folks. How you doing over there? Are you guys excited for some Symphony of the Night Randomizer this lovely night? We have a match coming up for Nightwolf and Rats on there's second match, I believe each. I could be possibly wrong, but it is a losers match. So one of these players will be knocked out of the tournament. So it is on the line for them. It's the last of the loser matches for round one. And joining me on commentary tonight is Talek Zealot.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's gonna be interesting. It's indeed the second match for both of them.
Yeah, so anything can happen at this point. We've had some really strong players throughout the tournament. Even though some players may have lost their first match, they've definitely been playing a lot of rando. And when it all comes down to their routing and their decision making towards the end of it all, like, I mean, anything could happen. It is a rando after all, right?
Absolutely.
So, Talek, what are your thoughts about the tournament so far as things have been going?
I think I've been pleasantly surprised by how amazing every match has been in terms of entertainment value.
Yeah,
I expected them to be good, but they were really, really good.
Yeah, I've been pleasantly enjoying a lot of the matches.
Yeah, even matches with like a heavy favor when it comes to mechanical skill were still entertaining and close because it's randomizer. So there are evening factors that come into play.
Yeah, definitely. So if you guys aren't familiar with the tournament at all, we'll briefly explain the rules here. So the rules of the tournament is we're doing GSB, which is glitchless spike breaker. They are required to use and acquire the spike breaker to obtain the silver ring. They're also doing it glitchless, so that also means that it can't do any sort of the regular any percent tech that they normally would, which means that we will see a lot more of the castle and a lot more variety of item use and weapons in particular, considering everything is random as far as items and relics go as well. Is there anything else I might have missed about that stuff, Talek?
No, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So these are best of one. It is double elimination, though. As we mentioned, this is their last match. One of them will be dropped out of the tournament, and one will be advancing on. So, looking at the standings, Nightwolf and Rats, one of them will go on to go up against Palmy. Which I had the pleasure of having a really awesome race against. I did play well in that match, but unfortunately I got knocked out. Palmy is definitely a strong player, I think. So he will make for
quite an interesting match either way.
Yeah, he'll make for quite the opponent to go up against. But they're staying clear of that top part of the lower bracket there. There's a lot of interesting players in that section. So,
Indeed.
Yeah, so if you guys want to check out more about the tournament and the standings, all the relevant links and such can be found at the link here, which is challenge.com/SotNRando1. There's links to the Long Library Discord, where we are, hanging out playing the rando. Alex been working on a race bot that's been being used for the tournament since, after the first couple weeks, I think?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
A week ago, something like that.
Yeah, so it's a little something new that we've been using, which has been working out really well, and you can definitely hang out with us and do any sort of races, just get anybody up that's available, and someone should be around to drop in for races.
Yeah, we have a pager for races now.
Yeah, I have yet to use it yet. It's kind of new for me, but hopefully we'll get to check that out and use that. But anyways, I think we're a little overdue to start this match. I think everybody's getting a little impatient. Chat's talking about all of their predictions for their first few relics. But I guess we'll find out very shortly. Let's get our racers ready. Hello, gentlemen.
You guys can ready up.
Hello.
What's up?
All right, so are you guys ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
All right.
Good luck.
3, 2,
1, play.
All right,
And
good luck,
we
guys.
are off.
All right, so both racers are off.
Okay, no cross for rats. Looks like Nightwolf is gonna get the cross. I wonder if we're gonna see any cross rats come into play. Okay. Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe? No. Let's see how Dracula behaves. So far, good stacks.
So
Oh, actually, really good prologue for rats.
yeah, Rats is gonna finish a few seconds ahead of here of Nightwolf with good stats, I think.
Yeah, not too big of a deal though.
Nope. Still early on the
Both
rando.
decent prologues. I didn't get the chance to see what starting equipment they have, so that's gonna be interesting to see.
Lots of fire from what they were talking
Oh,
about
that's
briefly.
Marcel.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, shouldn't have too much trouble in the first part where they meet death. I don't
Let's
think.
see if they have a library card.
Yeah, I don't know if
Because
any of them have checked their
You would
starting
probably take
items.
it. Meal ticket. Troll.
Damn. That library card would have been real nice to keep some of that gear.
Indeed.
So far, relatively synced. Echo of Bad is the first relic for each players. Did Rods just skip grabbing it?
Yeah, he's gonna do blind bat. Well, if he get echo of that. He wants that time save.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
cool. Very
not
nice.
too familiar with doing the room blind unless I had missed, but blind bad is interesting approach to it. I think it's pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Well, if you know, then it's a big time save. And
Yeah, I agree. I've seen it a few times so far in the rando races, and it does save quite a bit of time. There's also one less relic that you have to backtrack to go get, or make sure that you have if you're going to attempt to get Spike Breaker as early as possible.
absolutely.
So, nothing too crazy as far as items go so far. I mean, Nightwolf and them and Rats have picked up some potions. Not sure if those will be really big for them later at any point. The Rats got
Mana Prism
poisoned,
is
though.
quite significant.
Yeah, the Mana Prism is nice as well. Rats is currently poisoned, does not go to top up his health, so I guess we'll see how this fight goes for him.
Yeah, he's gonna do the Tetra Spirit, and if he doesn't feel confident about his hits, he'll probably do another one. There we go. Oh, he messed up, I think, the second Tetra Spirit.
I don't think he has enough mana for it. He could do a regular spirit.
Okay.
Okay,
He's gonna play it safe
pops the high
and
potion.
fall behind. Oh, even a dynamite.
Skybone's
So
not
poison
playing nice.
not only makes you take double damage, but reduces your damage in half. So it's this is a quite significant time loss. So let's see if he can come back from it. Alucard shield for Nightwolf.
I mean, it is a shield, not the good shield.
Hey, it doesn't matter. You can shoot that with it. So
I mean, a shield early is really nice.
yeah,
Buffalo
definitely.
Star. Always good
Buffalo
to pick those
Star is
up.
Fantastic. Yep.
Never know when you'll need them to finish off an enemy or perhaps have Duplicator later on. You never know.
Yeah.
Duplicator is pretty rare to see in a seed.
Not that rare.
Uh,
I would say 10% of seeds maybe will have a duplicator.
yeah, it's not a super high chance. I mean, I've seen a hell of a lot more Chrysogrims in a run than Duplicators.
It's probably very similar distribution.
I would have to
Well, maybe
imagine
not.
so,
Because
but
there's more weapons than accessories. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But not that many. Funnily enough, the Alucard shield actually has absolutely no effect with the shield world.
is it the
Yeah,
only
okay.
shield that doesn't?
I think so. Both players did the peek to check what the relic is, and it is Spirit Orb, vanilla location, so they're gonna just.
I don't
avoid
think
it
they're
and go
interested in seeing how much damage they do. It's not worth it.
back. Yeah, they.
I mean, both players should know very well enough of the randomizer at this point that, I mean, they should know what good items are and what their damage should roughly be, depending on what their gear is.
Yeah. So look, Rats is slightly flustered, and not having shield is definitely losing even more time for him now.
Mhm.
Not that much more, but it's
Yeah, it was a lucky pickup for Nightwolf.
absolutely.
Just happened to get it as a random drop.
Things like that can stack up.
Right,
Leather
he did get a
shield, though.
leather shield, so I mean, he got shield
There we
rod, he
go.
got cows. I'm not even
Yeah.
sure what that ability does.
Oh my god. Cow increases your defense.
Okay, so I mean, it could have some uses.
Maybe, but think probably not.
You got a cutlass.
It's It's a weapon, I guess. Interesting. Nightwolf decides to kill the stone rolls with a Tetra Spirit.
Yeah.
That's rather slow method of doing it, so he's gonna
I
lose
mean,
a little bit of time.
I think it would be easier if you wanted to get past the rose without killing it, would be to just cast regular spirit and then just kind of like dash through it with the iframe.
Well, have you done it?
Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
Okay, I mean, it's not trivial to do that.
I mean, it's just shorter and faster input than Tetra, I think.
Yes, but the safe way to do it would be to do Hellfire.
Yeah,
Much
correct.
easier method.
Yeah, Hellfire would be
Nato
much...
is actually gonna save before Doppel. He does not have a weapon, although I think that for Doppel potentially, no, actually the Cutlass is gonna be better. So I can see his caution here. Let's see if he knows a good loop for the Doppel.
Yeah, it's gonna not want to try to use his Tetra Spirit on Doppel, because he'll
Rats is
just
gonna
avoid it.
unequip. I'm not sure if that's gonna be beneficial for him, since the loop is kind of the same with and without the weapon.
Yeah, you
the
just got a
diagonal
little bit more
hitbox.
range with a weapon than when your fist.
That doesn't really matter for Doppel, but the hitbox might be better unarmed when you're going down.
Alright, so
Like
Rats has got him locked up here. Nightwell's
He
having
needs
a little
to
bit of
switch
trouble.
directions, though, or bait him back. Okay.
Both of them are still in the Doppel fight.
Pretty low strength. Okay, he went to the end, but he dodged the wing smash. Oh, they must have really
Oh.
low strength.
Yeah, almost a mirror finish.
Simultaneous kill. Yeah.
Mirror finish on that fight almost. Both of them pick up the
Both
life
of them are
max.
gonna get the life max, yeah.
Are they're both gonna check the item. They both grab a gurnet. So, I
And
mean,
good thing they did.
that's not that bad. That's good.
It's not that bad, he says. Yeah, that's amazing, actually.
I mean, it's
Garnet?
item. It's
No,
money for.
yes, it's not bad. I agree with you.
Sometimes the things
Not
I
that
say are
bad.
just ridiculous.
Sure, it's not a diamond, I guess.
Hey, gotta look at it from both sides here. It could have been anything else.
Yes, that is true. Ooh, leechstone. Very good.
What I was going to
That's-
say
that's gonna.
in the event of finding the garnet is that's actually good that they found it. Otherwise, it's not really worth checking in most cases.
That is also true for any item check. Where is?
I mean,
Why did rats go up there to get that short sword? I'm really confused.
I don't know.
That basically eliminated his lead. Regardless, having the leafstone, they're gonna be able to check the fairy card location now.
So that's 2 relic checks
So
in
there gonna
library.
be, yeah, a total of 3 relics in the library.
That also
which
means
gives
that
them a
they
pretty high chance
could.
of getting flight.
Means they also could potentially also go to Coliseum if there's other options,
Yes.
or head to.
They can also.
I was gonna say Castle Keep as well.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they could do any of the checks in the alchemy lab yet, though.
No. They
No,
cannot.
not with Leapstone.
Oh my god, manly. Jesus. By the way, the books, for anyone that doesn't know, they're resistant to bludgeoning damage, so punching them is actually... Okay, there we go. Rats is gonna equip the cutlass. Why is he menuing so slowly? I feel like the nerves are setting in a little bit. Did Nightwolf check the relic?
On the right,
Or
no,
did he
he
forget?
he
Yeah.
went right past it. Maybe I'll check it on the way out.
That's strange. I guess so. That's kind of bizarre. And it is missed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I really hope that Nightwolf didn't forget about that. So
Yeah,
Mist is going to allow them
Nightwolf
to
picked up
also
Demon
check-
card though. That's not really gonna come into too much importance for him. Merman statue is in shop though, so at least they will be able to pick that up.
Yeah. Having Mist is going to allow them to
Melbong
check
sword
the
for
final
10k, and a Chrysogrim
relic
for
in
10.
Library.
So Chrysogrim and Melbong for 10k. So it's a bit of a hard pick. But I mean,
No, it's not. You get the Chrysogrim.
I don't know, man. I feel like the gamble on the Melbong sword seems like the right call.
Why?
'Cause Iron Shield?
It's worse than Chrysogrim.
I mean, as far as the weapons straight up,
I
sure.
feel like Rats did not see the Chrysogrim.
Did he even... Okay, well, he's browsing right back through shop, so he still has 14k.
There it is. Okay, this time
Okay.
he saw it.
He saw it. Alright.
Ring of Veris and Kingstone.
I
Rats.
mean, I probably would have just bought the Melbong sword. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, Mana Prism's there for 500. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a much
That's
better idea.
really good. If they get enough money and they come back, even if they don't get Duplicator, they could totally stock up. But I mean, Rats has missed, so he doesn't even need to... He could just check the other relic here now before he leaves.
Are we sure that Nightwolf didn't check the relic?
I don't think he
I
did.
think he's going up.
Oh, no, he did pick it up. He has missed.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
I think he might have went back to grab that before he headed this way while we were busy looking at what Rats was doing.
Could be. by doing that check with the secret room, he lost some time, so now he's a little bit behind Rats. Not too much though.
So they're both gonna go do this check now rather than later.
Yeah, they have Leaf Stone, Merman, and Mist.
Oh,
And
and
it's
it's bats.
vanilla bat.
Yeah, so I mean that's worth
Okay.
doing.
So this is gonna make things interesting. They have Leapstone and Bat, which is a fantastic movement option, very efficient, very fast. And let's see how
I mean,
Nightwolf can ring smash.
If
Bat,
if they get
Bat
Jewel of Open, I mean they're on a really good path towards finishing up this first castle relatively quick.
Yeah, definitely. So when it comes to the players, one difference between them is that Rats has some experience in any percent and speedrunning it, whereas Nightwolf does not. That said, Nightwolf has played quite a bit of Randomizer, but potentially Rats could have the mechanical skill advantage when it comes to link smashing. So let's see if that comes into play in a significant manner. Well, it is randomized because the Mist and the Merman statue were. Oh my God, Rats! What are you doing?
Is he gonna go
He's nervous,
check
I can
the
tell.
top relic, or is he going back
Almost
to Alchemy Lab? Oh no, he's gonna go check that
He's
relic.
going to check up.
Maybe
I'm
go
pretty
to
sure
keep.
that I know exactly what he's gonna do, and then he's gonna know. He's gonna go back down, go to the castle entrance, check Alchemy Lab, then go to Coliseum, Orox, and keep.
Man, it looks like Nightwolf might be doing the same thing.
We'll see. It will be interesting if Nightwolf decides to go to keep first. That short sword, both of them have it. Let's see what the no, Rats does not check the items here in Clock Tower. I guess he feels confident enough in his items right now, which makes sense. That he doesn't even feel like he should check anything else, which honestly is probably the right choice. Like the only seriously beneficial items
Nightwolf
that
not
you can
picking
potentially
up
get.
the wolf relic. Interesting.
Yes, since that would be slow.
I don't know, it is in his name. He must pick up all of the relics that are related to wolf. Or is that just a manly thing?
I don't know about that. Blood Cloak looks pretty cool with the bat. Good color.
Yeah, so Rats is going to do that save split you were talking about and probably check front relic.
And seems like
entrance.
Nightwolf is also going the same way.
We'll see if he does a save split or not.
It's pretty efficient to do that.
I mean, they do have
I'll be
bats, so they
surprised
can
if
do it
he-
efficiently. I know Rats did pick up the mana prisms for money he had. Nightwolf has at least one mana prism that we know of.
Indeed.
So Nightwolf also doing the same thing. This is pretty crazy. They're both having pretty much the same routing. And they're doing pretty
For
much
now,
the
at least.
same checks for the most part.
The only items they would potentially be looking for at this point would be
So it was fire a
the
bat at entrance.
library cards or duplicator or something like that.
Yeah. So Rat's gonna do the soft reset here. Nightwolf having issues soft resetting? Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, it seems like Rats pulled ahead a little bit in that section.
Yeah. Now we're gonna see the first of the alchemy lab relics here. Return visit. And it's Echo, so obviously not gonna pick that up.
Yeah, Force of Echo. Especially when he doesn't have Echo in the first place.
Yeah. But thinking maybe Nightwolf might pick that up though, and then use it to check the items going up to Orlocks at some point.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen it a
guess.
few times where people have done that to save a little bit of time instead of untransforming to hit the pots.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the one situation where picking up both relics is maybe slightly beneficial. But that's still 5 seconds or more
Mm-hmm.
that you spend in the first place picking them up. Because it's a 2.2 second animation and you have to go up to the relic.
Alright, so Rats ended up finding Power of Mist there above Solgoth and Gaibon's fight area. So,
Indeed.
he just needs to find the Jewel of Open, and then that opens up a lot more of the castle to proceed through.
I mean, he will probably try and go to Caverns last, unless he finds... Actually, no, he's probably gonna go there last anyway, because
Yeah.
even if he finds the Jewel of Open in Colosseum, it will be kind of awkward to go back from there to Caverns. So he's probably just gonna go all the way up to Orlocks and go around. Or he can take the teleporter and go back, but that's a backtrack. So, oh nice, the door just opened for Rat, so he's gonna have no issues here.
Alright, so he's doing a checkup here in the clock room. Nothing too crazy for items.
Yeah, nothing super significant.
And it's Gas Cloud.
Gas Cloud. Don't really need it.
I mean, I would totally pick it up because
And,
I love killing the orb with it. I just don't like fighting the orb any other way.
I mean, they have Leapstone and Crusagram.
Yeah, so I don't think they really need to worry about that then.
Yeah.
The Royal Cloak
Oh,
there for
we're gonna
Nightwolf.
have red versus blue, probably.
Maybe. We'll
Royal
see if...
Cloak is definitely better than Blood Cloak.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Rats is gonna do this check. I'm actually surprised that he took the time to do
It
this.
is 3 items. He does grab an opal out
It's
of
an
it.
opal. That's more mana prisms.
Yeah. It is crazy how, like, almost in sync these players are right now. Slight
Yeah, very
lead
close.
for Rats. Nearly identical routing for the most part so far. So it is a Rib of Vlad as a first draft relic.
Slight mistake from Rats. He, for some reason, didn't use the mist to get that relic, so he couldn't fight the boss
Did he
from the other
forget,
side.
or is he gonna go down,
Probably.
open this up, and then grab it on the way out? So Nightwolf is gonna pick it up and go fight the boss for some reason.
Yeah, which makes much more sense, but doesn't really matter. It's not gonna be a big difference. Honestly.
Yeah, they're both in the fight at the same time.
Slightly more efficient for Nightwolf.
They got us a Ring of Pails.
Yeah, Ring of Clothes is nice. And Rib of Vlad for Rats.
Oh god, Manly, you and your puns. So they're both heading back to pick up the Orlocks teleporter. And let's see where Rats goes from here. And he's going to go to Orlocks and most likely head to Keep. Wonder if Nightwolf's going to do the
Mana
same.
Prism, nice. So let's see if it actually saves him. Ooh, Yasutsuno. If it actually saves. Oh, he's not using the Force of Echo though.
Why? Why?
Ooh, juicy Ring of Varda.
Varda as well.
Rats.
So all three items in
Both
these
of them.
pots were pretty alright. But I mean, the Yatsutsuna's not that bad. I mean, they do have Chrysogrim though, so.
Yeah, they're not going to be switching the weapon, but Varda is a big
Oh,
deal.
yep. So you switch to Royal Cloak, throwing the Varda and the Pails on. So it is red versus blue.
Okay, there we go, red versus blue. I feel like they should start using their Mana Prisms. Yeah, even Rats has it equipped.
Yeah.
Probably
Like, I mean,
switch the
he
hands.
bought, like, at least almost, like, what, 10 of them so far?
He has
'Cause-
8 right now.
8? Okay. So, I mean, he could just spend some when he needs them, because, I mean, he's got an Opal. He could buy a crap ton more.
Knowing that he has money, I would just start using them.
Yeah. I have no idea why he's being so sparing on his mana usage when he could just be gaining some huge time.
Uh-oh. That's why I wouldn't keep the Mana Prism on that hand. But he should not, like, waste that much time menuing. Like, come on.
Alright, so Jewel of Open for both players. So, you think the right call would head to Keep first before wrapping down to Caverns? to
It's
clear that out?
closer, so yeah. I'll still go to Keep. And just finish doing all the checks, then use the teleporter in Keep to head back.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with that then. Alright,
For
Heart
Vlad.
of Vlad. So both have 2 Vlad relics so far in First Castle. So unfortunately, chat, whoever it was, saying no Vlad relics in First Castle, you were incorrect. Unfortunately, with that early prediction.
I've never seen that happen, Ed.
I don't even know if it is it
At
even
my seats.
possible.
It's definitely possible. But it's
But
just unlikely.
Yeah. This is crazy how identical the routing is right now.
Yeah, the route has definitely gotten pre-optimized. And there they go again, they switch sides. Because Rats did a couple extra checks. They're looking for that library card, so that
Yeah, I
would
think-
make a big difference.
I think Rats
but-
really wants that library card so he can buy more mana prisms. Sure.
Well, not just that, it also saves a lot of time.
Yeah. You could use it from coming from getting Spike Breaker and from Holy Glasses. Save quite a bit of time on both those parts. I mean, if you had just one, which of those 2 options would you use it on at this point?
Which 2 options?
Library card after Spike Breaker or waiting till you have Holy Glasses?
Spike Breaker, absolutely. Because Holy Glasses, it's pretty much even if the door up to the teleporter is open. So the library card there, yeah, it's giving you a slight time advantage, but it's more that it eliminates the chance of the door being closed. That's the bigger gain there.
I'm definitely guilty of holding on to library cards when I should have been using them.
So Rats is potentially doing a better route if he manages to get the correct wing smashes. He should not be wasting the time doing
So
this
so
single
Nightwolf
enemy.
went to go check that relic even though he came from underneath it.
I think he isn't checking it. He's just trying to go up here from down below, which is
Okay.
slower but potentially easier.
he does pick up Eye of Light, so
more
it's 3
consistent.
Drac relics already.
Yeah.
Rat's just getting more money there, picks up an Onyx.
Onyx, so he should really just crank the Mana Prism usage max right now.
Yeah.
Should not be holding back on using the mana prisms.
At this point, I think Rats should just stop doing item checks.
Yeah, I mean this is the most efficient item check in the game in Castle Keep. So
Yeah, you get a lot of
if you're-
items here, and if you don't see a
if
library
you're gonna
card,
do
just
item checks, you should do that one at least.
Talisman. But I mean, they have 2 better items to be equipped for accessories.
Oh yeah. So if he makes this wing smash, this is definitely a superior way to check. He has Power of Mist, so shouldn't be too concerned. Okay, so I think they switched places again because this was the better way to do this this area.
Yeah, so Rats is definitely...
Unless he gets destroyed by chicken.
Yeah, so Rats is going to be heading out of here now. One more item check, I guess, before he leaves. There you go.
They're both getting stuck on geometry a little bit there. Okay, so heading on to caverns now. They both have 3 Dracula relics, which is the average amount of Dracula relics that's in the first castle. That said, I don't see any reason for them to skip any location checks in the first castle now because they have Mana Prisms and Bat. So it'll be foolish to make that gamble to skip.
Yeah, they should definitely hundo first castle at this point, and maybe give up on item checks. I mean, they have really solid gear now.
Smash your breathtaking.
I know, myself and everybody else that's here to this wonderful night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. Joining us on this wonderful SotN Rando tournament match between Nightwolf and Rats. So just to recap here, it is a best of 1. This is a lower bracket match, so one of these players will be eliminated, and they're doing Glitchless Spike Breaker, also known as GSB, which is a community-driven racing category, which requires them to pick up Spike Breaker and use it to acquire Silver Ring, along with not using any of the anning percent tech that we normally would for glitches.
Or all bosses. Pretty much glitchless route, but they're not allowed to use invincibility from potions to bypass the spikes.
Yes,
The reason
that
for
is also
to
very
promote
important.
the players to do a little bit more traversal throughout the castle. Ends up it's just a little bit more entertaining to do that for both the players and the viewers.
Rats is already down there heading to Succubus, and Nightwolf's not too far behind, but Rats is going back and forth so far quite a bit with Nightwolf because he's doing extraneous item checks. But he does pick up a diamond. I mean, he's going to have a boatload of mana prisms at this point. Like, just
Well,
go.
Maybe. Here's the thing. If he doesn't get a library card, I'm not sure he's gonna come back to the library. Because there's no other reason to go back there.
That is true. They did exhaust the other check there, so... I mean, if they
So
do...
I will honestly not go back if I don't find a library card. So he still has like 5 or 6 mana prisms. So in this situation, here's what I would do. I would equip them in second castle and just start using them there.
Yeah, I think
If
5
he
is
does not
plenty
get a
to
library
get through second castle.
But if he does get a library card, he should immediately equip the mana prisms as soon as possible. Gold ring for both players.
Yep. They both still don't have
Oh.
grav boots, which will be kind of nice to see if they can get it before second castle.
Rats, please save. Okay.
Okay, there he
He
goes.
came back and did it. Definitely not casual.
Hanley, I don't even know what to say about that one. Never.
What?
GSB Floon.
Oh, I don't know what that means. Glitchless ABRSR kind of loses the point of the category, though.
I mean, you're almost doing all bosses to begin with and doing all the relic checks. In some
It
rare
would negate
cases,
some of the
yeah, in some rare cases, you're almost always picking up every relic for the most part and 100%ing the castles. Unless you already
Well,
have everything you need to continue.
apparently Floon is Grand Floon. Okay, that I guess that makes sense somehow. I think Nightwolf is doing the soft reset in the reverse order. There we go. That's gonna work.
Yeah, that's the second time where it's been a little bit longer on the soft reset. Yeah, unfortunately, the holy symbol being at the opposite end of the... Oh no, that was vanilla, wasn't it?
Yes.
Damn, so that's 2 vanilla relics we've seen so far.
3.
3?
Bat, Spirit Orb, Holy Symbol.
Peace. You missed a very synchronized race so far. I mean, both players are pretty much been sticking
Yeah,
together.
they're almost at the same place right now.
Yeah. That's just slightly ahead.
I like that Mana Prism from Rats. Because here's the thing. He didn't actually use a Mana Prism because he's gonna soft reset now.
Yep. He also didn't waste the time to get the switch. Nightwolf does.
Yeah, so maybe Nightwolf is not gonna do the double save split.
I mean, I would still try to do the save split regardless.
Yeah, it's probably still beneficial even with pressing the switch.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna have to waste a lot of his mana just to get back.
Pretty good wing smashing from Nightwolf. I need to get this man to speedrun the game. Well,
Yeah,
speedrun the categories, that is. This is speedrunning. Like,
I mean, a lot of our players so far could very easily pick up the game and start doing 90%, myself included.
I mean, even more easily they could just do glitchless since they're already doing it,
Yeah.
which is a good category. It relies heavily on mana management. Is Rats too close? Oh, barely. Oh, that's
That was close.
optimal spacing.
It almost looked like it wasn't gonna reach.
Yeah. In fact, I need to start doing that. And it's a card. No more useful relics in the first castle. Also, no library cards. So, it's gonna be interesting to see if one of the players decides to go to the library. I honestly would not. Yes, yes, mana prisms are fantastic, but it's not worth that much time. because the second castle has plenty of save rooms along the way, and they have. Well, here's the thing though. Nightwolf, I don't think he bought mana prisms like Rats did.
No, he didn't. He bought something
Which is going to
else,
be
and I don't think it was
very
any
unfortunate
value for him.
Wow, that's perfect spacing for Rats on the blind bat.
Nice.
He got the transformation exactly at the height he needed to be at. So yeah, Rats can freely just get the second castle, and he's honestly fine. He has 5-6 mana prisms, that's plenty. He doesn't need more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool to have more, but
Pick up Spike Breaker and the orange.
the vampires need vitamin C.
Yep, they don't want to get the scurvy. I mean, as long as they're not eating garlic, I think they're okay, right?
Say what?
I said as long as the vampires aren't eating garlic, I think they're okay, right?
Depends on the universe. Maybe some of them can eat garlic. Also, I don't know. Alucard might have special requirements. Here's a question that's much more important than anything that's actually happening right now. The skeleton in Aria of Sorrow that throws a curry at you that does 100 damage. What's that curry made with?
Yeah,
That would damage someone that much.
I don't know, like like fiery inferno souls or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe food that's made in Dracula's castle is made with different ingredients.
Yeah, maybe it's made with like furnace fire from hell or something. I don't know.
Rats is actually gonna go back. He is not decisive here. He's like really wondering if he should go back to the shop or not. At this point, he's already committed, so he should just go and buy 1 billion mana prisms and then wing smash his heart out, because this is a definite mistake. But he should utilize what he's gonna be doing as much as possible, though. Like his mana prism should already be equipped, and he should not be ever stopping for a mana.
Did he ever switch
That
the
said,
mana prism
Nightwolf-
to the other hand?
Maybe. That said, Nightwolf is a bit behind, so it might not matter. We'll see.
Alright, Rats, just buy 1 million mana prisms. Just do it.
I mean, like 40. There we go. That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough. Just go.
Oh, he's...
70. Okay. I don't think he could buy a second.
Yeah, he could.
Chrysogram.
Second Chrysogram, he could
Should've,
buy
but
a
he
Malbong
just
sword. What did he?
Switched it to 2. Okay. I think he's nervous.
Yeah. I mean, he
put
was
the counter to
saying...
2.
Yeah.
So he was unable to actually buy another one. It doesn't really matter. Like having 1 or 2 Chrysograms is not as significant of a DPS change as you would think. It doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I would say if you go really hard, you can get 30, but getting how many did he get? 40, 70?
He has like 70
wow.
plus mana prisms.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't think he's ever going to need that many.
Yeah. And yeah, with how much time it took him to do the menuing and to look throughout the shop, I think he's gonna regret this a lot.
Manly
It
is
seems like he's multiple minutes behind.
yeah. Manly is already going to pick up the silver ring. Or not Manly, Nightwolf. I'm just little conferfled here. Don't worry, Dragon. I can't speak, but you can't type, so I think we're even.
No, you also can't type.
I also yep, that is true.
No, you can. No, here's the thing: you can type, you can't write.
Yeah. Physically able to type, just can't write.
Rats, please. Okay, let's see what the difference is. Nightwolf is going to exit the Coliseum at 46:10.
I'd have to disagree there, Night Garden. I don't think the Chrysogam makes a game or anybody lose really interest in it.
That's a ridiculous statement. The point of both Randomizer and the speedruns of the game has nothing to do with the weapons and how much damage they do. In pretty much any situation in this game, you're going to have free fights against the bosses and the enemies in the game. The game is entirely movement based in Randomizer and in speedruns. So, no, Chrysogrim doesn't make the game less interesting because half of the weapons in the game make the enemies trivial. So that's an absurd statement to make.
I think the only boss that's even remotely challenging is Galamoth, depending on what you have by the time you get to him.
And even he's trivial because there's stun setups. So Nightwolf did some slow menuing there, which may allow Rats some time to catch up, but Rats is still, I feel like he's flustered. He's like not refilling his mana even though he has infinity mana prisms. He's kind of missing some bad kicks.
So, Dragon posts Galamoth with axe armor only. I don't know how I'd feel about that
Sure.
personally.
Oh, I forgot to time the difference. That's okay. And another thing that may actually be even more significant is because they're so close, we see that on Nightwolf's screen the clock is open. Now that may actually end up meaning that's going to be closed for Rats, who also did an extraneous item check now. The difference seems to be a little bit more than 1 minute right now. 1 minute is something that you can come back from with just second castle, but it's not super easy. Yep. Did he check the time though? He did not. He just saw that it's close. He's making a good decision though. It's better to go to the outer wall warp if you get stuck like this, because it leads directly to the keep warp. He should have checked his menu though to see exactly how much time he had. Again, he forgot to use a Mana Prism.
So
I'm sensing a
Nightwolf
lot of nerves
just
from Ratslul now.
decimates the shaft orb there in the Richter fight.
Yeah. Yeah, having Chrysogram and Leapstone is pretty much.
It's not
one
even
of the
just
most
that
efficient
too.
ways to
Like
do it.
he's gonna have Varda Chrysogram going into second castle. So I mean those fights are gonna go by real quick.
Yeah. At this point, Rats, I'm not sure if he realizes the mistake he made by coming back to the shop, but he probably is time for a gamble. And what he knows that he made many extraneous item checks that didn't pay off as well. He should have that in mind. So they need 2 Dracula relics. Let's see what the Darkwing Bat has.
Fairy card.
So in this situation, because they need 2 instead of 1 item check, the manly split, which means saving in at the very start of what's it called?
Inverted caverns.
Inverted caverns is probably the best way to do this because it's only a 1-minute time loss, and honestly, both players should do this because, well, here's the thing: Nightwolf may not think he's that far ahead. He may not even think he's ahead at all. So it really depends. In Rat's position, I would feel like I'm behind, so I would take the manly split for sure. If Nightwolf knew that he was that far ahead, he would also do it to negate any chance of him being screwed over by randomization. But let's see if he's gonna do it or like what choice Rats is gonna make.
And still no Drac Relic, Soul of Wolf.
Also, Rats does have that high Mana Prism count, and if he like does really perfect movement while like Nightwolf is kind of messing around a little bit and he's getting hit about, he isn't utilizing the bat fully, so he is losing time to Rats right now. Rats is also never going to need to visit save rooms.
Yeah, hopefully that should help him catch a little bit back up.
He's already catching up, little by little.
Mm-hmm.
Shield on the floor.
Yeah, it looked like possibly an Alucard shield.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter at this point. No need to get it. Rats did not refill his MP. Okay, there we go. Oh, he's dropping some wing smashes here. He can't afford that at this point. He can't afford also doing this stuff.
Quick work of Akbadan. Will he have another Drac Relic? And no. So there's Creature, Force of Echo, Death, and Galamoth left. So only 4 relic checks left in second castle.
Yeah,
The last
4
two
relics for sorry, 2 relics for 4 locations.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50 basically. Well, it's not a 50-50. There's a decent chance that creature holds one of them. If
Yeah.
I was in Rat's position and I knew that I was pretty far behind, I would do the manly split. And if I was in Nightwolf's position and I knew there was quite a bit ahead, I would also do the manly split. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they decide to do.
Yeah, surprisingly,
Because,
we've only seen a few people attempt to do creature.
What?
Well, I mean,
many people have done it in the tournament.
well, okay, doing it the way that Manly does it, I should say.
That's okay. That's fair.
I mean, a lot of people have
Costa
done
almost
creature.
did it yesterday, but
Yeah.
then he decided not to do it.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people check creature. Made lots of jokes about that, but I mean, not everybody's been checking it like the most efficient way that we found so far. If you're going to do it.
How did Nightwolf lose that much time? Like, look at how close Rats is right now.
Yeah. He was getting juggled a little bit down at the bottom where the spikes were.
Honestly, this is now very dangerous for Nightwolf. He needs to step it up because Rats has mana, and if Rats
Rats has
is
got
on
the
top
gas.
of his movement, yeah, if Rats is on top of the movement, he can like catch up to him before caverns, because there's no save rooms from here up to caverns. Although the wing smashes are being tricky. But there we go. Like, this zigzag is gonna be very fast compared to Nightwolf's zigzag. Oh, please don't. Okay, can I make a public service announcement?
Go right ahead.
If you're not 100% confident in your wing smashes, don't bat dash right in front of the Guardian and then stand there attempting to wing smash, please. That's like causing us commentators a heart attack every time it happens. And it's happened way too many times. Rats, you don't need the menu. Oh, he was concerned because he died to a Nova Skeleton on his first run. I understand.
I mean, those Nova Skeletons
And
are not nice.
Oh my god. He still ended up getting hit. Oh my god.
Dude, that Nova Skeleton has some crazy range.
Come on, please. Come on. I can't believe this. And it looks like Nightwolf is going to choose to not do the manly split. So here's something very important that we can see. It all depends on what Rats feels his position is like. Right, they were pretty much neck and neck, and then okay, I'm pretty sure he is gonna do it since he's coming here. So this is gonna be a very, very big deal.
Yeah, I let's hope that it pays off well for him if he does go for it. Yep, he's doing it.
2 out of 4, so there's a 33% chance, I think. Is that how it works out?
Well, it's for
there's a relic here. Sorry, 25%. I
Yeah.
don't know why I said that.
Don't worry, our fractions aren't that great as speedrunners, but go, France! You got all the gas you need.
Yeah, it is 33. I don't know why I said 25. There's not only one relic, obviously. Rats really needs to step on the gas here. He can potentially still not lose right off the bat from this because, again, of his mana prisms. Doing the manly split and not getting the relic off of it only loses 1 minute. He really doesn't need to check items right now. It's only a 1 minute time loss, so... Yeah, but it's not 1 out of 4.
Okay, so Nightwolf has got the tooth, so he only needs one more relic. I don't recall if he did even set up for the save split at all for this, so... But it doesn't matter.
Okay, so it did not pay off. So that's going to be a 1 minute time loss. But Nightwolf is doing this section pretty slowly. So if if Rats does this really well, he can actually catch up really quickly. Like,
Yeah.
really quickly.
Yeah, Nightwolf's gonna have to stop by and refill his mana at a couple different points, so... Definitely gives Rats some time to catch back up since he's got all the gas he needs. Just gotta go, go, go.
Yeah, also, Nightwolf needs to save here. Because he got a Drac Relic and he doesn't know what's a creature.
That infamous cursor on screen, now gone.
Oh, he's not using a tracker, so he needed to manually check his relics to verify that he has 4 Drac Relics. That's another time loss. So yeah, there's still a chance for Rats, but losing that gamble is making it even more difficult for him.
So Rats made the save split in case this doesn't pan out for a relic, but we do know that it is the Tooth of Vlad.
Yeah, okay, let's see how his Wing Smashes work out here. Because this is, honestly, this chain here is one of the main things that can save him enough time to bring him back in this. Not doing amazingly so far.
Alright, so let's hope for Rat's sake that he has a chance to catch back up, that the relic isn't here for Nightwolf.
Yeah, at this point it's a 50% chance that it's a death.
And it is.
And it is going to be a death. So... yeah, I'm not sure how Rats gets back in this from here. I don't see it, is what I mean.
Come on, Nightwolf.
The main gigantic decision-making mistake here was definitely going back to the library.
Yeah, I
Even
feel like...
if he could have done the Mandy split, and it would have been... he would probably still be ahead.
Yeah. Going back to library, spending that much time in shop, and buying that many mana prisms costed him a huge chunk of his lead that he could have had.
Yeah, indeed. And yeah, I definitely looking at what's going on the screen, he seems nervous. Meanwhile, Nightwolf, just solid. Just using the statistical route, very smart. Okay, hope he doesn't get poked by the Azaghal here. That would be very unfortunate. Still, like, really close.
Yeah, not
But, yeah,
too...
Wolf is taking this.
I mean, about a minute or so apart from each other right now, it looks like.
Yeah, about what it was at the end of first castle. So basically, what that means is that Rats managed to catch up by a minute, but then the gamble did not pay off. So because he lost a minute from that. Nightwolf has plenty of HP, so he wouldn't have a big concern of getting slapped around by Dracula or anything like that. He can tank like 5 hits.
Shaft already down.
Does he have Ring of Ares as well?
No, he didn't grab that. He has Pales and Varda.
Okay.
Rats, I think, might have picked up Ares, though.
I think he has the same setup with Varda and Pales. And Nightwolf finishes.
Yeah, Nightwolf
GG.
is played. Well done. GG to him. Rats will be finishing up in just about a minute.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
You have been doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Sarcasm. What profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his own soul? Matthew 16:26, I believe. Tell me, what were Lisa's last words?
She said, "Do not hate humans. If you cannot live with them, then at least do them no harm, for theirs is already a hard lot." She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Lisa, forgive me. Farewell, my son.
So you made it.
Alucard, I'm glad you're all right.
And time for Rats as well.
Oh, Rats is now finished as well. So good job, both players. Well played.
My own reasons for
Some
destroying him.
unfortunate turn of events towards the end of second castle there for Rats.
But you must always doomed ever since you lost the ability to love.
Like
Very well played
literally,
from both
literally a minute difference.
Sarcasm. For what
Just a little over a minute.
to a man
So,
Alucard,
gains the world
what will you do now?
his own soul?
The blood that
but
flows
anyways, we're gonna grab our racers and we'll have a bit of a post-match discussion and
I see.
Tell me,
discuss the race that we just witnessed.
were Lisa's last words?
Alucard,
She said, "Do not hate humans.
Don't you
If you
want to
cannot
go
live
after
with
him,
them, then
Maria?
at least do them no
Rat,
harm.
rats in the Discord.
I can't eat.
Definitely could tell he was a little bit nervous, but we'll talk to him and we'll find out for
Again.
sure.
And on that day,
Forgive
maybe.
me. Farewell,
I
my
see.
son.
Let's go.
So let's go and grab the players here, and we'll have a bit of a post-match discussion.
Should I unmute them?
I got it.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen.
What a race, dude. So
What a
close.
race. I mean, you guys weren't too far
Manly
apart.
for the loss.
You constantly were trading places throughout the whole scene.
Yeah, like literally an identical routing for all of First Castle.
Well, I'm glad I was close.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very good job by both of you.
I have a question, Rats. Which weapon did you opt for in the shop? I'm assuming Chris. Yeah, that's what I went with. I got scared for a second when I saw the Alucard shield in Second Castle.
Yeah, I just skipped right past it. I didn't even pick it up.
Yeah.
It would still not be worth it, honestly, to get the Malbum just for that chance.
Yeah.
Because all the menuing involved and the casting of the spell, it's kind of whatever.
Chat, by the way, if you have any questions, please post them in chat now and we'll get to them during the discussion. So,
Let's go straight for the jugular. Rats,
Yeah.
why did you make the decision to go back to the shop to buy mana prisms?
Because I only had like 4 left, but I guess it did cost me a lot of time
You
in
had
the
like
end.
6.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't really know how many. I also used a couple accidentally,
Sure.
so I was worried that I was going to be short.
Yeah, I think
So
that
you just wanted more mana prisms. You didn't think it was gonna be enough. Okay.
I don't know.
I mean,
Like
that was the one factor
yeah.
that made the race, honestly.
Sure.
Because you were ahead by about a minute before that, and that made you behind by about 2.5, 3 minutes.
Yeah, looking back,
And
it
even
probably
though
wasn't a
you
wise
cut
choice.
back,
yeah.
even though you managed to bring it back quite a bit, then the gamble of second castle didn't pay off with the Mandy split,
Yeah, yeah.
and then it was over.
That was a good race, though. I mean, those 2 decisions, I'll take that. I'm not mad at all.
Yeah, you played well.
I had some controller
And,
issues, but other than that, I felt good.
I mean, that's the game. Nightwolf, how did you feel about the first the beginning of the race, like the first few relics that you guys got?
I don't know. I hated not having a weapon because I can't Hellfire on demand, so getting past Stone Roses is very annoying for me.
I mean, what you did was good enough. You killed them with the Tetra Spirit.
Also, the having both Mist and Bat in Library was absolutely crazy. Was not really prepared for that.
Yeah. So, did you feel like you were ahead in second castle?
No.
Yeah, I did.
I did not.
You did. Rats, you thought you were ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's why I went for the Manly split to begin with.
I mean, I thought it was still a good idea because you were behind.
Right.
So
yeah, if it would have been there, it would have been nice. But...
Yeah, but I mean...
So Meba posts a question in chat. I mean, it's not really a question, but for what profit is it to a man if he gains the world but loses his own soul?
Matthew 3:16.
30:26. 4:20.
Matthew 4:20. Yeah.
I don't know if we're supposed to get a serious answer for this or not, but
16:26 is actually the correct one because that's Realm Scout's sum of best for any percent. So that's when all of us start playing again. That's the goal. No one cares about world record anymore. Just get 16.
Just lock the boards once it happens. Game's a wrap. Make a new category.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess saying I didn't feel ahead in second castle isn't necessarily true. Because you felt
like you played solid, is what you're saying, basically.
No, my wing smashing was atrocious.
Really? So
yeah, I was dropping smashes a lot myself.
Manly's got a question in chat here. So we'll start with you, Rats. Manly asks, did you guys feel like you were ahead or behind at any point during the race?
I was overall happy with my play. I felt my routing was maybe I made a mistake on doing keep, or I think I was able to go lower. I had Jewel of Open and Merman statue, so I could have tied my Olrox into my silver.
Well,
ring.
you got it in Colosseum.
Oh,
so
right.
At that point, you would need to backtrack.
Yeah.
And you would need to probably go get the teleport and then go back. So what you did is probably, I feel, the right decision. And both of you did the exact same thing.
Cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, I would say I felt ahead in second castle. Or I felt good enough. I didn't feel bad. It was a good seed. It was like, other than no graph boots.
It was definitely a pretty optimal seed.
Yeah, you made quite a few extra item checks compared to Nightwolf. And I don't think any of them paid off. Like, no library card.
I was really looking for a library card, but...
Yeah, I made a few extra checks I shouldn't have looking for the library card. But the routing kind of just worked out, and I only used one mana prism that entire seed anyways.
Yeah, I mean, looking back, I definitely shouldn't have went to the library. It would have been a more enjoyable race, I think, to watch if I didn't make that, because it would have been like seconds.
I mean,
apart.
I don't necessarily agree, because it made it pretty interesting. Like in the second castle, you guys almost evened out around the reverse caverns right before you did the manly split. Before that mishap with the novel skeleton, you guys were about to be even, exactly. And because you had mana prisms in the second castle, and your wing smashing was maybe a little bit more consistent, you were catching up quickly. So it was definitely an interesting race, regardless of any possible routing decisions and mistakes and stuff like that. So definitely very solid play by both of you.
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, losing to Nightwolf's cool, so well played.
Thank you.
It's just been really nice to catch a lot of these matches and obviously restream them for everybody else to enjoy with us as well. We've accumulated well over 30 plus hours of Symphony of the Night randomizer for this tournament so far, in just the matches that we've played so far.
Wow.
And we're not even we're just shy of like halfway through the tournament too. So considering that we started early September. So we're definitely going to see some more interesting matches coming up through this week as well. Does anybody else have anything? The chat have any more questions? You guys have any questions for chat maybe, or for each other?
So right now, unfortunately, Raz, this is your second loss in the tournament, so you're out of this one, our first random tournament. Nightwolf, you're going to be advancing to play Palmy in round 2 of losers, so that's going to be a very interesting match. I think that's it's going to be a pretty evenly matched, and it's going to be very entertaining. I hope you guys do some training.
Yeah, don't underestimate Palmy, guys. I mean, he's definitely a good player.
Yeah, gonna be a good race.
I mean, he beat you, so yes.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't take much to beat me. I'm gonna be honest here. I don't check shop thoroughly before buying. I mean, that killed me in that race.
It almost looked like Rats did the same thing. I thought you didn't see the Chris Agron.
No, I just accidentally skimmed past it when I went back up, so I had to look for it again.
You actually could have bought a second Chris Agron the second time around in the shop, but you looked so nervous that I think you didn't notice that you clicked 2 Chris Agrons instead of 1.
Oh,
So
yeah, I
didn't
definitely
show,
had
like,
nerves.
why.
I definitely had nerves, and my controller was really pissing me off.
Yeah, true
Yeah, I
speedrunner
ended
logic. Blame the controller.
Yep.
I ended up
Every day.
turning off Soul of Wolf in the second castle because I kept accidentally wolf transforming.
Yeah, not a bad
Really?
idea.
So that was
Yeah,
what
I
that
didn't
menu
notice
was.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a brief
I
menu.
thought you
It
were
wasn't.
checking your relics.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, so well played, both of you. Great match. I mean, really fast seed.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
I mean, you guys got all the necessary relics aside from like maybe grab boots would have been useful for second castle, but everything else is pretty laid out really well. Rats, you opted to skip Echo when it was the first relic, and then did the Spike Room blind. So I commend you for that. That was pretty awesome. You got a good setup for that.
Yep.
So that was one interesting thing that you did that was different from Nightwolf. But for the most part, your routing was pretty identical because it was pretty straightforward, pretty optimal. But in the end, I mean, you both played well, so it doesn't really matter who won or lost. Because,
Yeah, I had a blast. I'd just like to thank
know
you
about that,
guys
but
for
they played well.
having me. I'd like to thank you guys for having the tournament, Mash, and everybody working on it. And thanks to Nightwolf for playing and giving me a good match. So,
Yeah, GG, my dude.
Hopefully this won't be the last tournament. Like to try some different things out down the road, maybe some different sort of category options.
Sure, I'll definitely be back for any further tournaments.
I mean, still on the table is a possible
Not the
Battle
first, not the
Royale.
last.
Battle Royale SotN. What do you guys think? Let us know what your thoughts.
Can you define it? a little bit
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna define it for you. So it's as many players as we want to get into the tournament, all joining on one seed, and the first one to finish wins, and that's how every match is gonna go.
more? Ooh, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah,
That's
winner
interesting.
gets a.
Because one of the interesting perks with using the co-op attachment is that if someone ends up in second castle and you're still in like first castle, you don't get any of the benefits of second castle. if you're not on the same map with them.
So the problem with co-op is that automatically eliminates a lot of players from participating. But
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant battle royale single player,
I mean,
not team based.
that could be another way to go about it. I mean, there's a lot of ideas floating
Because
around.
me and Mandy are automatically disqualified otherwise. For example.
I mean, it's still open. Like I don't know what we'll do for the next one. Just ideas, you know. But one of them was a co-op attachment for BizHawk for the rando. And there were some other ones about simultaneous first-person wins out of, like, I don't know, what, 5-10 participants all at once? I don't know. We'll see. Depends what we all decide to do. There's been talk about an agonizing tournament.
Nah.
I don't...
Agonizer is very straightforward.
I'm not sure how I feel about that one myself.
I would say let's do something like
Richter? I know Mouse would be happy.
I mean, hey, it'll give everybody an excuse to brush up on Richter and get going on it. So
Yeah.
why not?
brush up. It would give me an excuse to learn Richter.
Yeah, true.
Full
Yeah.
disclosure, I don't have time to learn Richter. I'm bad enough at this game with Alucard.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you guys have any suggestions or feedback or comments towards the tournament, please do visit challenge.com/SotNRando1 and let us know in the discussions there. You could also let me know on my Twitter by messaging me directly. You could also join the challenge community for SotN as well. That's also linked on the bracket leaderboard as well. So definitely do that. Let us know what you guys think. VODs are rolling out to YouTube currently. All of round 1 for the upper bracket is out. Round 2 is going to follow shortly after, along with all of round 1 for the lower bracket, once I verify that all those matches have been complete. So we'll be seeing VODs both on Twitch on the NASA channel here, and as well as on YouTube at some point. Just takes quite a bit of time to process the video, unfortunately. So I've been doing them in batches. But other than that, anything else you guys would like to add before we finish out closing?
I really can't wait for the next
Thanks to
races.
everybody, and look forward to watching the next matches. Maybe doing some commentary and.
Yeah,
Well
so
played.
let's hop over to that screen and talk about the next upcoming matches as we close out the show tonight. So on the screen right now, we can see that we just finished the Rats vs. Nightwolf match. Tomorrow, we got Mouse versus Rain at 8 p.m. Eastern.
I am so excited to watch that.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting match for sure.
When is that one going down again?
8 p.m. Eastern
Tomorrow.
or 12 a.m. Universal. That's tomorrow.
Nice. I'll be home to watch that.
Then day after
12 a.m.
that,
is midnight.
so the day after that, on the 15th, we also have Talonic Thelot as well versus SSB Stu. So another interesting match. Do you have any thoughts about that match, Talonic?
I have many thoughts about that.
Well, best of luck for you preparing for that match. I'm excited. I'm excited for both the upcoming matches as well as the one later on this weekend, Ben versus Tube as well. I don't know.
I would say that Mouse Train and Misty are the two matches from the second round that have the most history behind them.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting from the community side to watch.
I'm not sure how I feel about Ben going up against Tube there. Ben, I feel like Ben's gonna crush him.
I feel like the bracket is rigged for Ben.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he got rolled lucky, I guess. Hopefully someone can knock him down a peg. I don't know. He hasn't lost a single match yet, so maybe Tube will be that upset for that, and set him down to the lower. I mean, maybe it's very.
He could. He played kind of sloppy versus Cheese River.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's gonna be
it'd be interesting.
Amazing if it happens.
Yeah, if
I
that
would love
happens.
to see that, but it's not gonna happen.
That'd be crazy. I'd be scared though if I was still in lower bracket though. If Ben comes down. Ooh.
Yeah, if Ben comes down, that's gonna turn into a. Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
I mean, it's already bad enough as it is down there. So Ben joins the party. I don't know. But I mean, between Mouse and Rain, I believe that's their second loser match as well. So one of those players is also going to be knocked out. So it'll be very interesting to see that match. And then
the round of 16 looks crazy already.
Yeah, yeah. Manly's still on the top of predictions here. I don't think anybody's going to catch up. Yeah, I don't know, man. This guy
He hasn't had a single bad choice, wrong choice.
Oh, you said a couple.
He has had many wrong choices, but
problem is everybody else
still the best guess.
Yeah, like everybody else I think made guesses based on like experience and like how well they know the players like playing ability.
Yep.
And I think Manly just kind of took a wild spin on the guesses and is somehow profiting off of it. So I guess we'll see what happens, but So before we go here, I'd just like to say thank to NASA Marathon for allowing us to host the tournament on their channel and providing use of the RTMP that we use for our racers to connect and be able to bring the broadcast to you guys live here, as well as to our team of restreamers and commentary. Rats has done commentary, Talik, Mouse, Stew, Serial. I mean, there's a pretty large list of people who've done commentary. Also, we had
Turbo, Diesel.
Yeah, Turbo, Diesel.
Serial.
Yeah, Serial.
Mouse.
Yeah, Mouse. Definitely been doing restreaming and commentary. So, big thanks to everybody. Even if we did miss you, I'm sorry. We'll make sure that we'll let you guys know that we do appreciate it, though, regardless. And wouldn't be possible too with all the days that I am available to do the tournament myself. As far as restreaming goes, it's been very nice to have Talik and Mouse being able to handle some of the restreaming, mostly for the weekend matches when I'm not available. So thank you very much for being available to do. This is all done voluntarily by everybody who's been participating, as both a player and as a part of the restreaming or commentary team. So without you guys and without the viewers, I mean, would have no show. So you guys are definitely much to thank for all of that. But that is it for me. Anybody else have any words other than that? Be excited for the next races coming up.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Have a good night, afternoon, morning, wherever you guys are, and we will see you tomorrow for the next match between Mouse and Rain.
Later, everyone. And thanks, guys, for commentary, by the way.
Yeah, GG.
Thanks, guys.
Well played, everybody.
GG, Wolf.
GG.